Well, good evening. My name is Nancy Wilson, and I am proud to be the co-senior pastor with Vicki Miller of SunCoast Metropolitan Community Church, and we welcome you as we host this wonderful, amazing evening. Only Jennie McNulty could get all of us in a room on a Saturday night. Yeah, go ahead, yes. And we're very proud to welcome you here. Also, we do meet here tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., and you're all welcome to join us. We have a wonderful time Sunday mornings as well as Friday and Saturday nights and in many other ways. So I'm so proud to introduce someone who is a very gifted comedian, performance artist who just has a way of interpreting and making us all laugh at ourselves and each other. And she does this with class and with joy and with fun and with a little mischievousness. And so will you proudly welcome with me, Jennie McNulty. You've got...
And hello, how are we? Woo! Hi! Whee! Look at all the chickens right there and coming in the front row. I want you to, how many ex-Catholics besides myself? Ex-Catholics? I just want you to know, because this is happening on a Saturday night, this counts for tomorrow. So, sorry, Rev, but they don't have to come now tomorrow. There you are. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. It was very cool. My mom lives up in Sarasota, so it's always wonderful for me to be able to come down to Florida. And I drove, I know, right? And so I drove down here, and I almost went to the wrong church. It's right there. And they offered me a couple of wives, and I said, I think this is the wrong place. Let me keep going down the road a little bit. And then I get here, and there's another dueling church right there. I'm like, wow, you got this is a very holy street. My goodness, this is cool though. And the Reverend was telling me that they got picketed at the other church. They picketed the UCC church. Look at that, Unity Church, right? Yeah. Were you mad? And we're just like, that's our thing, right? You're supposed to picket us because that's always good for business. And it is always, I love coming down to Florida. I love, one of my favorite things about Florida is I feel so young. Yay! It's wonderful. Oh my God. I live in Los Angeles and people keep, asking me for senior discounts all the time in LA. And like here, it's wow, look at that. Oh my God, I'm super young here. It's great. Seriously, you got like 95-year-old people with walkers here going, those old people are messing up traffic. No one is old in Florida. My goodness, it's pretty cool. But it's really fun to be here. Like I said, I get to travel, and just on a slightly serious note, I was thinking, the Hurricane Florence, it is, now it's down to a tropical storm, but you hear these coming, and I'm over in California, and I'm like, oh God, oh good, it's going on the other side, and then I feel really horrible because I'm like, well, yeah, I don't care about those people over there, just don't hit my mom's place. But then I thought, you know what though? But you got to know, when the hurricanes came through last year, they were up there going, oh good, glad it's down in Florida. So now I don't feel bad anymore. You deserve Florence, you guys. Where were you last year with Irma, huh? Was it Irma? Which was the one that came through here? This is boy, you know what? Talking about age, that's the age I want to get to. I want to get to my mom's age, and it's not the number she's at. She just turned 90, by the way. Pretty awesome. But that's not what I mean. I want to get to the age she is up here. Because up here, my mother no longer gives a crap about anything. When that hurricane was coming, and as you guys all well know, it was a Category 5, right? And I'm like, Mom, you got to go. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? She goes, oh, it'll be fine. I'm like, Mom, it is bigger than the entire state. You have got to get out of here. Well, I'm going to go to Joan's. Joan is her neighbor, and I thank God every day for Joan. Because seriously, you would think she was a daughter, the way she looks out for my mom. She is such a dear, dear, sweet person. And so that's who Joan is. She's got a couple neighbors that also look. Trish, right next door, also looks out for her. But Joan, she's got a spot all cleared out for me in the closet. Okay, all right, that sounds super safe, Mom. All right. I'm like, but Mom, why don't you get? And poor Joan, God, I like I said, I love the woman. She's awesome. And recently they think it was like a tick or something because they thought for a minute she had Lyme disease. At least when this was coming, she's fine now, thank God. But when this was coming, they were thinking she might have Lyme disease. And her husband has this weird neurological thing with his gluteal muscles that they've kind of seized up, so he's in a wheelchair all the time now. And meanwhile, her next door neighbor Trish, like I said, also really cool, husband, former Marine. And they have hurricane shutters. I'm like, Mom, why don't you go right next door to Trisha's? There's a Marine and a hurricane shutters. And she goes, well, Joan asked me first. Well, by all means then, Mom. By all means, go to Joan's. Forgo the hurricane shutters and the ex-Marine. And just get down there. Go get in the closet with the Lyme disease and the frozen ass. Just get in the closet. Oh, man. So, sorry, I just said ass right there. Jesus right behind me and everything. Thank God they don't have them hanging up there. That always really creeps me out. Oh, yeah. Well, it's just a cross. All right, all right. It's just the method, not the actual dude hanging there. But it's okay. It's all right. The Savior, sorry. I don't think Jesus would mind if I called him a dude. I really don't. I think all the stuff people are doing in Jesus' name would piss him off far more than me calling him a dude. But regardless. Yeah, but this is great. I love to travel around. I was just in Arizona recently. Anyone from Arizona, by the way? You're from Arizona? You're from Arizona? You lived there for a while. What part? Scottsdale. Okay, right near Phoenix. Where are you? Somebody over here, raise your hand. Where are you from? Sedona. Oh, it's beautiful up there in Sedona. Now, I have not. I've just kind of driven through and seen some of it there, but I was in Phoenix recently, and I was really shocked because it's actually a very homophobic area. I was very surprised at how homophobic it was, but it's a dry homophobia. Speaking of homophobia, now this is the MCC church, the gay church, as I like to say. I'm going to the gay church. Do we have any straight folks here? Any straight, supportive, lovely, except for my brother-in-law and sister-in-law, the only ones here. It's okay. We won't pick on you. You're all right. Look at it. Sean's like, don't take Maria. This is my wife here. And he's like, she's safe, Sean. I'm doing. Ladies, hands off Maria, okay? I'll pay the price when I get home, so hands off Maria. Yeah, so this is so cool. How many people are actually from Florida? Anyone from Florida? You all transplants. Wow, 2 people. Now, you're just raising your hand for anything, aren't you? Who's from Arizona? I am. Well, no, I just lived there for like a minute. Who's really from Florida? I am. You watch. How many people have been in the military? No? Okay, all right. All right, I was waiting for that one. All right. Where are the military personnel? Where are you? Current or former military? There we are. Thank you very much. Thank you for your service. Give them a round of applause. What branch were you in the military? Army? Fantastic. And when were you in there? 80 to 86. Fantastic. Did you go anywhere fun? Scary? In the Middle East. All right. Fantastic. And look at that. You were a spy. You can't even tell us where. It's just in the general Middle East. What? Sinai. Okay, cool. I got to entertain. And where else? It's over here. Someone else. You raise your hand. What branch were you in? Army? Fantastic. Anybody else? Any other current or former military people? No? Right over here. What branch were you in, sir? Navy. Fantastic. You were a seaman. And who are you with? Or is this your friends here, pals, sisters? That's your wife? It's your wife? The Mormon church is down the street, sir. I think maybe you and your wives have been misplaced, but stay. You'll have a good time nonetheless, and you're going to get picked on now because you did not raise your hand like my brave brother and sister-in-law did when I asked for the straight people. Oh, you're not straight? Oh, okay. I thought you said my wife. Well, you guys are so old here in Florida, you don't even really remember anymore, right? It's kind of like, I don't know. Husband and wife, that's when you go, you hang out with them a lot. Then they get that title then, right? This is my wife. I spend weekends with her. Of course it's my wife. No wonder it took us so long to get gay marriage. We didn't know what the hell it was. Oh, anyway, thanks all of you military people for serving, because they're amazing people. They really are. You guys are hard to talk to, though, because everything is an acronym. I'm sure even way back in 1986, everything. We got there, and we went to Iraq and Afghanistan, and when we first get there, the point of contact was our person we were supposed to deal with, right? Our POC, and the dining facility was where you ate, right? Was the DFAC. The little bases we went to after we landed were the forward operating bases, or the FOBs. So we land in Baghdad. They're like, all right, at 1,300 hours, we're going to have your POC, take you to the DFAC before we go into the FOB. I'm like, can I talk to the Arab guy? The whole time I was there, I kept wanting to go, use your words. They, and again, the age thing in LA, right? They kept calling me ma'am. It was freaking me out. Oh my God, I got to get that Botox. They're calling me ma'am. Now I just keep telling myself I'm going to get botulism put right here. And I keep saying it that way so I won't do it. Because that's what it is, That's what Botox really is. It's botulism. And right? I did that joke in LA and they were like, and? Actually, it was more like, and? Anyway, so, but the ma'am thing for a while freaked me out a little bit. And then I realized it's just respect, right? This is just a respect thing. So, I started making everybody call me ma'am. I got home, made my partner call me ma'am. She'd be at the dinner table. She'd be like, hey, could you pass me the salt? Excuse me? Pass me the salt, ma'am. All right, there you go. Now you may have the salt. Football season is back. Woohoo! Yay! All the ladies are happy and the gay men are like, whatever. Right? You don't get crap. No, Navy. Yeah, your Bucks did very well, very well. I'm from Detroit originally. The Lions, oh dear God, I don't know what the heck got into them. If you didn't follow the game, don't start now. 'Cause they were actually really horrible. But I was watching, the preseason games just because I'm a nut about football. I just love it. So I was even watching the preseason games. And there was a game I watched, and I don't even remember the team. But it was in the fourth quarter. Now, if you don't follow football, the preseason is kind of like practice. And the last game is pretty much all the subs. They don't want to get their regular guys hurt. So it's all the subs they put in. It's those people, they've got to cut their roster down from like a zillion to 53 after that last game. So they play all the guys they're not quite sure about, right? And this game was in the fourth game and the fourth quarter, and this guy made a really great, but it was a nice catch. Not great. But then he gets up and he starts bragging and he starts pointing to the name on his back. I'm like, dude, it is the fourth quarter of the fourth game of the preseason and your name is Smith. Shut up. People gonna know my name, bitches. I played football for a while. I played on a women's tackle football team. It was so much fun. I played for many years. Yeah, it was. You played too, right? I think I recognize you. I know she's not going to answer. You don't have to answer now because I'm just going to pick on you all show. You don't even need to answer. It'll be all right. What is your name, by the way, because I'm having so much fun with you? Laurel? Like the wreath? Like a laurel wreath? Okay. All right, Laurel. What did you say? You are? No, you've been in trouble, actually. It's okay. It's not now. No. But I did play on a women's football team. It was so much fun. I started playing at the age of 39, so I was already too old when I began playing. And I took grief from those young kids the entire time I played, because most of them are in their early 20s, right? And they're always, come on, old lady, come on. I'm like, you're grounded. But the fun, it was just so much fun for me. And each year I kept getting moved to a slower and slower position. I started out in defense. I was a corner back guarding the wide receivers. And then I got moved into safety a little bit closer. And then eventually by the last year I was backup quarterback because I couldn't move at all. But But it was two different experiences too, because in defense, you have to be a little bit more aggressive, right? And for me, this was a dream come true. When I was growing up, you guys can back me up on this, that women couldn't play sports, certainly not football. I mean, basketball at the time, they could only dribble halfway up the court way back when. So this was a dream come true for me. And where are those young gals back there? Are they still, did they have to kick them out? Oh, you guys are up in the booth. All right, look at that. We're keeping the young people up here until they're fully grown. They don't have any gray hair yet, so they can't come out of this growing box. That's where they're at. They're in the growing box. Pretty soon, they're going to be eating at dinner at 5 o'clock, and oh my, they're going to be regular old people just any moment now. We were shoot them up. They'll be able to tell you where the Blue Plate specials are, and they'll be able to Google it on their phone. It's good to have the young old people. But back when we were growing up, you guys, women, that was just completely out of the question. So when I found out about the women's team, I'm like, I gotta go and just have some fun. And I ended up playing on the team. But so I'm playing defense, and the guy's like, you're just laughing and joking around out there, Jenny. You gotta be a little bit more aggressive, right? When you're out there on the field, get mad. Just get mad. The problem is when I get really mad, I cry. So I don't think I'm going to really instill any fear in my opponent, you know. Like, go ahead, run your stupid little route, bitch. Then he moved me to quarterback because I couldn't move at all anymore by the end. I mean, my knees are shot, really. I had them scoped, actually, you know, and then that made it worse because now it's bone on bone in there. And then after that surgery, the dude gave me Vicodin, which I did like. I saved that for when I was feeling better. Not gonna waste that when I can't walk. But anyway, yeah, so then they moved me to quarterback, and when I was that was a thrill, because you know when you're growing up and you're little, I was going to be in the NFL. Darn, I was going to be the first woman in the NFL, but you never know. We have 2 teams in LA now. It might happen. But at any rate, so the first practice at quarterback, they have some. You guys have seen it if you follow the game. There's something you wear on your sleeve. It's called a wrist coach, and it has all the plays on it. Right? So that way the coach can just yell from the sideline, do play 6. And then you can look at your thing and it's okay, play 6 is this, right? So we get into and I was so excited. All right, huddle up, everyone. All right, here we go. Okay, play 6, all right. I had to have 2 wrist coaches because I had to have the font big enough for me to see it. I think the opposing team could see the plays we were running on my arm. Oh, that was super fun, though. It's just, God, it was a dream come, and it was a way, you know, kind of keeping up with the young kids, right? Learning what they're doing and everything. In fact, it was kind of when I knew it might be time to quit. Practice was over, and everybody was getting in the car to leave. And as you do, you turn your car on, and whatever was on the radio comes blaring out, right? So one woman turned on her car, and I think it was Beyonce or something came blaring out of there. And then the next woman in the car right next to me turned on hers, and it was like the hardest rap I had ever heard in my life. And I turned my car on. I was like, I'm on the top of the world looking. I was like, oh my God, where's Eminem? Where's Eminem? Ah! The fact that I thought Eminem would make me any cooler may let me know it was time to leave. That was done. But yeah, so we moved recently, my partner and I, and that is so stressful. You go, oh, geez, that's a stressful thing. Look, she's moving right now. Oh, shit, I forgot. We're moving. I have to go help the Packers. Oh, my God. No, we moved recently, which is very stressful, and I'm sure you guys experience this kind of a thing all the time with people, you know, they take a look at you and they make assumptions. We had to get a new router for you get the whole new setup, right? So it was either wait for the cable guy to come at between, like, I don't know, 8 a.m. and 3 weeks from now. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go to the place and pick the router up myself. It'll be easier. I know how to set this thing up, right? So I get the router, and I look at it, and I see there are 2 phone inputs. Now, I occasionally still send a fax, right? I mean, right? It's every once in a while you have to do that. Most people don't send faxes anymore, but every once in a while I have to fax something or something gets faxed to me. And I like to have a landline so that I can find my cell phone. So we have the landline, and I'm seeing the 2 jacks, and I'm thinking, oh, this would be much easier, because before, when I had to send a fax, I had to unplug it from the phone and plug it into the thing. I'm thinking, great, with 2, I could just leave the fax machine all the way plugged in. So I say to the guy, can I leave both? Can I use both? Like, can I keep my fax plugged in? And he looks at me and he goes, he's like 20, ma'am, this is not a fax machine. You little shit. Then I backed into somebody. I was just stressed from the move. I wasn't thinking. I didn't know where I was. I backed out of the driveway, backed right into a guy. He gets out of the car and he goes, why'd you hit me? Like, why? I'm like, well, you know, I'm new in the neighborhood. I thought it might be a good way to meet people. You know, that's so boring. Hey, where are you from? What do you do? How about, hey, who's your insurance carrier? That's such a more interesting line to open with. Now, do you guys have Trader Joe's here? You do. Aren't they awesome? So I had to find a new Trader Joe's. They're all over California, right? So I had to find where my new Trader Joe's was going to be. So I'm in my new Trader Joe's by our new house. And now, for me, let me take one step back and say that this is really dressed up for me. Okay? I am normally super casual, sweatpants or whatever, a very casual person. This is very dressed up. So I'm in Trader Joe's and I'm looking at the beer. And I'm looking, they have quite an extensive beer selection, a lot of, local breweries and stuff. So I'm looking at all the beers. Oh, look at the alcohol content in that one. Woohoo! All right, look at all the beers. And one of the Trader Joe's employees walks by. She walks past my row, stops, backs up, and looks at me and goes, you can mix and match the 6-packs, even the cans. And I thought, woo, I got to rethink this outfit. I don't mind looking casual, but I don't want to look like a can drinker. You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. So you guys, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to be coming and doing comedy because I got a new job. You guys, I haven't gotten it yet, but I'm almost positive I'm going to get it. I'm going to be on the Space Force. Yay, I'm going to be a ranger in the Space Force. We have an idiot for president. How did that happen? How did that happen? But I got to tell you, if you are a philanderer and not a philanthropist, there's different. They're not necessarily mutually exclusive, but I am now talking about the philanderer, the one who can't, necessarily stay exactly faithful, right? If you are a philanderer, I suggest you date a Trump supporter. They will believe anything. How'd you get that lipstick on your shirt? Well, I was helping this little old lady across the street, and she kissed me afterwards. That's what happened. But actually, there is something, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it. I thought I was going to save the day, you guys. I went to Canada. I went to Canada for a show, and I got a package ready. I got everything ready, and I said, hey, how about if we trade Trudeau for Trump? And they wouldn't go for it. I even offered to throw in Oprah, and they wouldn't do it. They wouldn't do it. I think Oprah would do that. I think Oprah would do that for the country. She's that big of a patriot. She'd go to Canada for a few years for us. I know it. But anyway, there actually is something, seriously, it's called post-election stress disorder, because it was just such a stressful election. And I think we're still kind of in the throes of that election. Still, the stress is really horrible, And we've got to come together, you guys. We have to. We've got to really stop this, And I found, you'll see something I was getting on the plane, for real. I'm getting on a plane, and a guy had a Trump shirt on, and it said, Trump won, deal with it. And I was really tempted to walk by and go, oh, we are. We are. But I didn't, because I didn't want to start a fight with a guy. But the thing is, I saw the guy, I saw the shirt, I saw the hat, and immediately it was just kind of like, right? And we can't be there as a country. We've got to figure this out. And I think, you guys, more than anybody, know the power of prayer. We have to pray. It's really serious. We have to pray for the health of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Woo! You're raising your hand? You're Ruth Bader Ginsburg, actually? Is that the deal? I am Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Did you guys see that documentary? It was about me. No. But we gotta like find a common ground, you know? Like, so when you see that Trump supporter, I gotta think in my head, all right, like maybe he likes Cher. And then I thought the other day, I'm like, you know what it is? We gotta give all of the Trump supporters puppies. Because no matter what, if you see somebody with a puppy, you're gonna be at least a little bit nicer to that person if they have a puppy. So I think that's what we need to do. But there really is this post-election stress disorder, the PESD, post-election stress disorder, PEST. I don't know about you guys, but I'm pest. I was pest watching the inauguration through tears. At least I assume I was crying because, you know, he said it wasn't raining and it was clearly wet. But anyway, at the inauguration, I'm seeing all those people and I thought to myself, really, DC? Really? All the gun violence in your city and no one? Okay, the Reverend left. The Reverend left. It's okay to laugh at an assassination joke in front of a symbol of assassination. It is okay. Melania's pest. You know Melania, and this is how you could tell she was pissed. Remember on the campaign trail, Melania would be standing there next to him at all the rallies, right? And she'd be standing there, you know, with that supermodel good looks of hers, right? She'd be standing next to her, you know, that look, that so unburdened by thought. And now when you see her, she looks absolutely terrified, right? She's terrified because she knows all the people back home in Transylvania, wherever the hell she's from, they all know now who she married. Because you know she lied, right? You know she did. Oh, he's very handsome. He's very, very tall and nice to me. He's handsome. He's got, great hair and big hands. But now they all know. Now they all know. And you know she's up there going, oh dear, oh my God. I only did it once to make barons. That was all, one time. If he did not have that stupid little mouth, I could tell people I had an affair. But no, one time to make barons, that was all. Melania is also pest because she realizes in about 6 months she's going to be too old for him. Well, either that or he's going to have a new girlfriend in prison. Can I just take a quick aside here and tell you guys a little fantasy? This is my fantasy. Don't worry, it's not that kind of fantasy. This is my fantasy that he goes to jail, his entire family, Jared, Ivanka, all of them go to jail, and they take every Trump tower and turn it into low-income housing. Right? With a specialization in recently immigrated people. You don't have your papers yet? Oh, don't worry. Come on, we'll help you get that. Come on. Trump Tower, floor 8. Do it. Okay, that's my little fantasy. Anyway, so Melania is pissed because she knows she's going to have to be finding a new husband soon. And, you know, and we can all admit, all the lesbians in the room can admit she is a gorgeous woman, right? So at first you'd be thinking, oh, hey, and then you realize what she's done. And you think, oh, God, no. I'm going to stick with my crack whore with leprosy. I'm glad you guys laughed at that. I did. Because here's the thing, when I thought of crack whore with leprosy, I don't know what made me think of that, why that popped into my head, but really, crack whore with leprosy, and I'm like, oh, that's funny, I gotta write that down. I had no pen, no pencil, no anything, so I texted it to myself. Literally, I texted crack whore with leprosy. Texted it to myself. Later that night, I was going to a party, and it was at a friend's house in an area of which I was unfamiliar. So I had to, you want to bring a bottle of wine or something to party, right? So I had to find something, a liquor store to get the bottle of wine. So I Googled liquor stores near me, and I thought, oh God, I got to drive safe on the way home. That can't be the last 2 transmissions from my phone. Liquor stores near me and crack whore with leprosy. Jenny went out with a bang. Oh man. But yeah, so we're in quite a way, but you know, we'll figure it out, right? We'll figure it out one of these days. So you guys filled it? Yes, you did. You filled out all your sentences. I have not looked at these. They just handed them to me as I was walking in. I need a volunteer two things. Well, you guys aren't drinking, so hopefully you're sober. And the second thing, then you have to be able to read. That's all. Who wants to volunteer? Come up and read for me. Come on up, sir. Come on up. Laurel. Hello. What is your name, sir? Hi, Philip. There you go. Shake your hand. Thank you, Philip. Make sure you get up. You're from Michigan, too? Fantastic. What part?
Flint.
Flint. Okay. All right. Look at that. They have sympathy for your people's water. All right. So here's the deal. There's your script right there. And what is your name again?
Philip.
Philip. You guys give a round for Philip. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a little scene together. Now, my dialogue is going to come out of my head. Philip's dialogue is going to come out of whatever's on those cards right there. So I'm just going to talk. And when I put the microphone in front of you like that, all you have to do is read what's on the card. That's it. And if it's an email address, turn it over. Okay. All right. So what I need from you guys now is a relationship between Philip and I. How is it that Philip and I know one another? What? The crack whore with leprosy. Well, let's not make either one of us a crack whore with leprosy. What? One more time. Former husband. Oh, I like that. Okay, cool. Former husband. And where are we? A very specific location, not a city, but a specific location in a city. Trump Towers. All right, we're at Trump Towers. Okay, so when I put the microphone in front of you, you just read, okay? That's all we got to do. All right, here we go. So. Oh, God, doesn't it just make you sick? Speaking of make you sick, what are you doing here?
Actions speak louder than words.
Oh, yes, they do, all right. Like little Miss Susie, she was an action that spoke pretty loud. Are you following me? This is 3 times we've run into each other now in the last month.
Is your dad the milkman?
Oh, we're related now? We're brother and sister? Is that what you came to tell me? That we're actually, all those years of our marriage, we were really related?
Touch it, it will get bigger.
6 years, it never grew. What makes you think I'd fall for that line now? And the fact that you would even go there, you know that I'm gay now, right? You know that I finally came out of the closet, which could have explained parts of the problems in our relationship.
The only thing that stays the same is change.
That is true. Have you changed as well? Are you trying to tell me that you're gay too?
There's no crying in golf.
You've become a lesbian? I can't believe you're golfing now. God. If I weren't gay and you're obviously gay, we could have probably stayed together if I'd have known you like golf.
She's too much woman for me.
I know, men are much simpler. They really are. You're probably having much more fun now that you're gay.
You don't know what you got till it's gone.
Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment. I don't know if you meant it toward me, but I'm going to take it that way anyway. And in fact, you know what? Let me back up, Bruce, and apologize, okay? Because I started at you very angry. I saw the Trump Tower, and that makes me angry every time I see it. And then I saw you, and I shouldn't do that. I should learn to forgive you.
The sun will come out tomorrow.
Yes. Even that horrible way you sang show tunes all the time. I can forgive that. I can totally forgive that. And maybe we can even be friends again.
I can't believe I have the day off.
Yes, well, I think it's great that you have the day off. It gave us a chance to meet here in front of this hideous building. Don't tell me you don't work here or anything, do you?
It's hard to walk in circles if you're in a square.
You do work in there. Oh, my God. Oh, Bruce, I'm so sorry that you fall into this.
Oh, really?
I am. I'm terribly sorry. I know a minute ago I was being very mean to you, but now I actually feel sorry for you having to work there.
Newsflash, Trump lied.
He did. And you would know, working in his building. Do you see him there a lot? Do you see his orange little creepiness? I know, it's hard to talk about. It's hard to talk about, I know. And I shouldn't even burden you with this. You probably have to sign some sort of non-disclosure agreement.
Transgender at 7, out at 84.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I'm glad you've come to your position. That's wonderful. But how are you? I mean, that's got to be a toxic environment to be in.
Make America great again.
Oh my God, you drank the Kool-Aid. Oh, Bruce, I feel bad. I feel so bad, Bruce, to know that you've God, I can't believe it. Surely you see through that.
Well, you're the cat's meow.
If that will pull you out of Trump Tower, that would be worth it.
Doesn't it grab you?
What?
Does it grab you?
Oh, good God, you have worked for Trump. No, don't grab anything. Oh my God, you can't just grab people. You can't listen to your boss. He's an idiot.
Well, the darkest hour is just before dawn.
All right, dawn is coming. I can feel it.
Can't live with him, can't live without him.
Wow, Bruce, how did you get so hooked on Trump? This shocks me. I mean, you were always such a forward-thinking man when we were together.
A funny phrase. Did I take this too literally?
Yes, you did take that too literally, because that is kind of funny.
You had me at hello.
When did I lose you? That's what I want to know. When did I lose you to that giant Cheeto?
Boom.
Boom? Boom. All right.
Pouring a drink, 1, 2, 3.
Pouring a drink, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now you're starting to talk a little bit in gibberish. That could explain how you got a job for Trump.
It's the ragged edge of night.
Yes, it is the ragged edge of night, but I can pull you away from that. I can save you from this. What do I need to do? What if I got you a job somewhere else?
Life is beautiful when?
When I get you a job for somewhere else. You got to get out of here.
I love President Trump.
You gotta leave, man. I don't know what they did. Maybe they pump stuff into the ventilation system or something. But we gotta get you out.
I'm hotter than a whore in church with a kid on both knees.
Well, you do look good. I will say that. You're very hot. You're very, very hot.
If you can't feed him, don't breed him.
Well, thank God we never had children then.
The bitch is back.
Was it me? Are you talking about me being back? Is that what you're trying to tell me, Bruce? Look, I'm trying to save you from a job with an idiot that might even end up getting you arrested, and you call me a bitch.
Women over 50 are the hottest.
All right. Okay. All right. Give it up for Philip, you guys. Great job. Thank you so much. Thank you, Philip. 1, 2, 3, boom, or 1, 2, 3, pour. I don't know. You guys are. She's going to get a drink right now. That's what she was. See, right there. Yep. Yeah, she's got a. What do you call those things? A flask in the car. Oh my goodness. So let's see. What else can I tell you about? Well, as I told you guys, my brother-in-law or sister in here, which really cuts down on a lot of the material I was going to do tonight. Not at all, because he probably has far more material about his sister than I do. But no, actually, my partner is awesome. She's great. She's wonderful, and I can't get too graphic because he's here right now. It'd be really gross. But lately, you guys, her sex life has been great because I got a tattoo of a remote control right here. Change the channel, louder, quieter, louder, pause. Oh my goodness, no, we've been together a long time now too. It's been, I think, 13 years, something like that. No, 13 years. I'm gone a lot. It's really only like 5. But who else been together a long time? Who's been together a long time out there? You in the back? How long you guys been together? 40? 40? Wow, goodness. 42. Look at that. Lesbians are so competitive. She's like, she might stop at 40 thinking that's impressive. I gotta let her know I got that beat. I'm 42. 42. Anyone beat 42? We got 42 going once. We got 42 going twice. 42. 42 sold. The longest relationship is 42 years. My goodness, 42 years. Where's your wife or partner at? In Idaho. Well, there you go. You guys really do have a different interpretation of wife. I got to tell you that. In Idaho, my goodness. Where? What about you guys? You're right here. You've been together 40 years. Where'd you meet? Massachusetts. Where? Like where? There must have been a bar because you don't need to give me the state. Look, she's nodding. Yes, it was a dirty, seedy bar. That's what it was. Yeah. Wow. And it's okay. You're in church now. It's fine. So you guys met. 40, have you been together that whole time or on and off or just, yep, together the whole time? Wow, congratulations, you guys. You guys know each other like a book by now, don't you? Yep, you just do, right? Anybody that's been with a partner for a long, how long have you guys been together? 7 years. 7 years, okay. I knew it was new because they've been like touching each other all show. I mean, not that way. They got dirty minds. My God, we wouldn't do that. She's just been like patting her leg. So it's, making sure she's still there. Married 5. Okay. All right. Fantastic. So, but you know each other even at 7 years. You know each other like a book. Once you've been together a long time. For example, and again, don't worry, I won't be graphic. But for example, if my girlfriend comes home and I'm wearing my sexy panties, she knows I didn't do the laundry. Am I right? Am I right? See, even the young old people, they know you don't wear that stuff after a while. It's itchy and scratchy and lacy. I'm wearing cotton, you know what's under there, deal with it. Right? And how long are you two? You've been holding hands all show too. How long have you been together? 3 months, years, days, weeks? 3 years? Okay. All right. Neither one of them speak. Usually one speaks for the other. They're just, nope, I'm just going to hold hands and do sign gestures. Really embarrassing if she couldn't speak. I've done that before. Made fun of a blind guy once. Why are you wearing your sunglasses? You're too cool. Like, and his friend held up his cane, which I didn't know. It was all folded up, right? So I'm like, what are those, your nunchucks? You're going to kick my ass now? Then he held them up again, and I could see it was a white cane with a red tip, and I'm like, oh, dear God. All right, here we go. So I'm glad you guys really can speak, because that would have been super embarrassing. Oh my God, they picked on the mutes. It's terrible. I don't know, is that the politically correct term? I'm sure. Vocally challenged. We're half afraid to speak now. I know. What can we say? What can't we say? We got so many darn letters now. LGBTQ. I'm questioning, sorry. No. It's like, no, you just haven't made up your mind yet. You're not a letter yet. You don't get a letter for not having a letter. That's not how you do it. I like queer. Just call us all queer. It's easier. Because guys, you get gay, right? It's gay. It's happy. It's gay. It sounds fun. Everybody wants to be gay. No one wants to be a lesbian. It sounds like tetracycline will take care of that. Don't worry, lesbian. Oh my God, yeah, my God. But my girlfriend's good. Actually, we've been together a while, and I wasn't even going to say this in front of these guys, but I'm trying to keep a stiff upper lip, as they say, but I have actually lost my girlfriend to another woman, Rachel Maddow. I know, right? So she's watching Rachel all the time now. Both of us. This is crazy. That's what this election has done. You watch Rachel Maddow all the time, too? You're getting pointed at by the volunteer gal. Yeah, I watch Rachel Maddow, too. Of course you do. Of course you do. No, now you're blaming her. She watches Rachel Maddow. No, but never in our lives. I mean, what's kept us together, I think, all these years is our love of sports. We have both games, because she's a Giant fan, originally from, I'm a Detroit fan. Both of those games usually happen at the same time. So we had the cable guy give us extra cable. We have both TVs going with both games. It's amazing. People are I think our friends think we binge fight on the weekend, because all you hear is vulgarity coming out of the house. But at any rate, so we've been together a long time, but now, never in my life have I watched more like MSNBC than ESPN, ever. But now, you have to, right? You have to keep up with things. So I started watching Rachel too, and here's what Rachel does, like she tells us like 20-minute stories, right? She doesn't go to a break for 20 minutes. She starts off like, in 1946, they built a bridge. And then in the 70s, there was a woman with a pink skirt. And then there's another story, and then 20 minutes later, she finally gets to the fourth point and ties it all up. Now, I've got really bad ADD, so I usually lose it somewhere in those middle stories. But even then, it's still impressive how she gets from here to here at the end, and then boom, there's her story, right? Now, I was wondering, though, is she like that with everything? Is she like a Rachel Maddow, like, giving a recipe or something? All right, so here you go. Here's Rachel Maddow. I think what she has, I think what she has is a mechanical pencil. Regardless, why? It's not like she's taking notes up there, but she's always got a pencil. All right, don't worry, I'm not going to pick on her. God, you guys all just turned on me really quick. Oh my God, she made fun of Rachel. That's just wrong. You can't make fun of Rachel. All right, here we go. All right. It would seem as though it's always been that way, as though it were always there. But on one hand, over here, you take a grain and you beat it, you pulverize it, you run it through the mill, if you will, and then you set it aside. Then you add a teeny single cell organism, yeast. And it feeds on the sugars and it releases energy and alcohol and then you put that aside. And then over here, completely unrelated, you have a very high level vitamin C product. I don't mean just your average vitamin, I mean like really, really high vitamin C, and you add that and you add spices and a plethora of piquancy, and then you put it all together. And when it's all set, what holds it all together? Cheese. Not the metaphorical cheese, no. I mean real cheese, goat cheese from a cow, cheese. Put it all together, and when it's all said and done, you have a pizza. Rachel giving a recipe, right? But yeah, I do like watching Rachel. Although I get a little crazy after a while. Like, stop, it's really depressing. We're all gonna die. Although right now I'm staying with my mom, so now I am living in the land of Turner Classic Movies. That is all my mother watches. Daytime Turner. Oh, this is so good. Nelson Eddy and Jeanette McDonald. They sing so beautifully. I'm like, oh my God. Oh, but yeah. So my partner and I now, everyone, and I'm not just saying that because her brother's here. Everyone that meets my partner loves her. She's very sweet, very nice, until you put her behind the wheel of an automobile. And then she's possessed by a demon or something. I don't know. She swore at somebody once before we had even completely backed out of the driveway. And I'm like, you're laughing very hard. So either you have road rage or the lovely lady next to you does. Which of you is it? It's me. It'd be me. I'd kind of laugh sometimes. Yeah. It's horrible. Are you guys your partner? Are you guys married? Yes. No? One said yes, one said no. A wife is the spouse of someone. Okay. Are you married to the Navy guy? Is that what the deal is going on? So, what is your name, Road Rage Rita? Sue? Okay. And Sue's partner, what is your name? Kathy. All right, Kathy, you've experienced this. You know what it's like, right? Kathy, don't do what I did. Because I thought, you know what? I'm tired of hearing her freak out. I'm going to drive. Don't do it, Kathy. Don't do it. Don't do it. The whole time you're driving, Sue will be in your ear bitching. Why'd you go this way? This way's so much slower. Get behind that guy. That lane's moving faster. You could have made that light. You're all laughing now. She's got road rage? Of course you do. Of course you have road rage, Laurel. Someone else is getting their hand raised. The one that went to get the alcohol from the flask. You've got road rage. You drove you to drink. You wouldn't have the road rage if it was the drinking. Oh my God. Well, all of you guys can tell your partners what I told mine. You know what? The next time I need to get my driver's license renewed, I want you to come to the DMV with me and we can get both our pictures on my license. But no, she's a good gal, we adopted a couple of cats. We did. We got them in Mexico. Oh, yay. Oh, look at that. You're willing to take your hand off of your wife there for 1 quick second to applaud for cats. That's we're very amazing. Who else got pets? Who guys got dogs? Where are my dog people? Woohoo! Where are my cat people? There we go. All right, a lot of cat people. Fantastic. Cats are pretty awesome. Cats are pretty cool. We got ours in Mexico. I used to work with this travel company that would do kind of good deeds while we traveled, and we were working with this animal shelter, and this little guy came right up to me. He was so cute. He just came right up to me, and I started to pet him behind the ear, and he just put his tiny little head in my hand. I know. It turned out it was ear mites. But he loves us now. They have a little bit of an accent, but other than that, you can't tell. It's kind of like meow. But as it turns out, we have different, I guess you'd call it parenting styles, right? I think he is a little baby lion. He does not know he's a small, short-haired domestic short-haired cat. He doesn't know that. He thinks he's a baby lion because he thinks he's a badass, right? And every once in a while when he does something, and if you ever reprimand your cat, and I call it his phantom ball walk because he walks like he's still got really big balls hanging behind there. But anyway, sorry, I made the guys cringe on that one. I apologize. But we have different, because I like to play rough with him. I grab his little head and kind of, when he kicks me with his back paws and we wrestle and he loves it. And she's like, no, he doesn't. He's a gentle soul. He is a gentle soul. You have to pet him very gently. Pet him very gently. She has a little feather on his stick. She's like, here, jump, very high. So I'm out on the road, much like I will do this evening. I'll call her when I get home. We'll talk, and I was talking to her, and I said, hey, babe, how you doing? How's Benito? Because we called him Benito Juarez. Good. Yes. And then when we got the second cat, we named him after the president that came after Benito Juarez. So he is Sebastian Lerdo de Tejada. Technically, he is Sebastian Lerdo de Tejada Higgins McNulty. But it's kind of a handful. But did you get a phone call coming in over there? There's a phone. You shut it off right away. It's okay. It's all right. So you're a drug dealer? Is that the deal? You gotta... Your cousin's a drug dealer? That's awesome. He's ex-military, so they get the best shit. What are you talking about? Who's gonna mess with a guy in uniform, right? Excuse me there, give me that pot. Yes, officer, there you go. See? They get the best stuff right there. Party at their place afterward. You all right? Everything you do? That's okay, good. I was in a show once, and this lady was really drunk right in the front row, and her phone goes off. And she was like, unlike you, who turned it off really fast and was very respectful, she's just like, answer it and talk. And I'm like, well, you're right in the front. I'm like, what? And then I started to give her stuff about it. And she stands up and goes, I have a sick child at home. And you're here, why? Oh, but anyway. So, so she thinks, she's so we have Benito Juarez and Sebastian. So I called home. I said, hey, how's Benito? She goes, I'm mad at him. He's locked in the bedroom. Like, what the heck? What did he do? She goes, he caught a bird and brought it in the house, and there's feathers everywhere. I said, I wonder where he learned that, Obi-Wan. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, the cats are. And how many people refer to their cats as their children? Anybody? See, of course you do. Yes, you do. You call them your kids, right? No. Well, we do too. We always call them the boys, right? Like, did you feed the boys? You take care of the litter box for the boys, right? And so we were out somewhere. So be careful if you do this, because we were out somewhere, and I said something like, "Did you feed the boys?" And this other woman was standing, and she goes, "Oh, you have boys?" And I'm like, "Yeah, we have two." She goes, "What are their names?" I said, "Benito and Sebastian." And they're like, "Oh, those are unusual names." I said, "Well, we got them in Mexico." Mexico, my goodness, was it hard getting them over here? I'm like, "Oh, no, we just had to prove they didn't have rabies." Oh, and they were great on the plane. We just stuffed them under the seat in front of us. They were quiet all the way home. She called Child Protective Services on it. Like, be careful. You can call the kids your babies. But their cats are awesome, though. I love cats. Cats are pretty magical. They can jump up on a shelf and go in and out of everything on that shelf without knocking it over, right? Did not know cats could do that at first. I kept jumping up to stop him, and it occurred to me he's dusting. Now whenever company's coming over, I just spray the cat's tail with Windex and let him go. Lesbians, I'm kidding. There's at least 15 of you out there right now going, "You shouldn't do that. That's wrong. They lick their tails, and they have very sensitive kidneys. You shouldn't spray your cat's tail with Windex." I use Tom's. It's natural. Oh my goodness! So yeah, it's pretty cool. We have our little kittens. We just love them to death. But yeah, so it's been great. And I can share one little story with you in a quick second. But I just want to thank you all for coming ahead of time. First of all, it's really wonderful, and thank you for keeping this at a nice temperature in here. Because usually, in fact, a friend of mine drove me to the airport on the way here, and we got like 5 minutes out of my house. I'm like, "Shh, you gotta go back. I forgot my coat." Like, "Your coat?" And I go, "Yeah." And they go, "Aren't you going to Florida? It's going to be hot as heck down there." I'm like, "Oh, outside?" But inside, you all think there's some sort of limit to how warm it can be. And it's freezing. Every public place in Florida, it should be raining in the doorway with the difference in temperature between the outside and the inside. It's terrible. But anyway, thank you all for coming out. And if you didn't give me your email address on the back of there, and you would like to, I have some paper. You could just give me your email. Trust me, I send out a newsletter once a month. Every once in a blue moon, I send it out twice, but for the most part, it's not like I will flood your inbox at all. Also, if you're interested, I teach a stand-up comedy class online via Skype. So if you, Laura, I'm sure you've tried comedy before. So if you're interested, you could do that, or just drop me a line and say hi. But thank you all so much for coming. And how many are members of the church? Okay, oh, quite a few of you. Fantastic. Well, those of you that aren't members of the church, please consider coming here, because they're really swell. I actually met the pastors at the Sarasota church up there, and there you are, right there, the pastor of the Sarasota. I'm glad I didn't say anything bad. I forgot you were here. That was a horrible church. You guys have it way better here. No, but they really, and as you see, they have video screens for people like me with really bad ADD that can't focus. It's awesome. I don't know how it got so bad for me. I have, on many occasions, left the key to the door in the door, like in the outside of the door. And that one even, now this does not go over well, by the way, with my partner whose father is a retired New York City detective. I'm like leaving the key in the door. It's not a good thing. But that one even confuses me. I'm like, I can see being distracted by things, but what distracted me between unlocking the door and walking through it was like, oh, look, my house. Oh my God, my cats are here. Oh, how nice. So please consider coming here if you haven't come and you want to. And if you do, there's also a Mormon church up the street where you can get a couple more wives. So get them there and then bring them here, because it's a lot cooler here. Be hilarious, wouldn't it? These women showing up with like 6 wives. All right, we're here for the mass. What time do you do that sort of thing? 10. I don't know why you guys all think Jesus was a morning person. He really wasn't. And I swear I'm going to find something in the Bible that proves that theory, but I've always wondered why they have to have church early. Well, although it does, at least you're home by kickoff, so that's a good thing. Back when I still went to church, I would always time, I'd pick the sermon, okay, all right, Father 45 will get us home in time. All right, that was what I called them. There was Father 45 and Father 48, because they were almost clockwork every week. All right. Anyway, so again, thank you all so much. It's been super awesome. And for those of you that are going to do the meet and greet afterwards, we'll meet and greet. And for the rest of you, again, thanks. Again, sign up give me your email if you want to get on my newsletter. Thank you. And I will tell you this: I'm really, really super happy that I have my brother-in-law and sister-in-law here, because it almost didn't happen. Right before we moved in together about 10 years ago, I made this pretty big faux pas. Have you guys ever seen those clocks for people that don't see well? They're clocks that come on and tell you the time, right? It's like, the time is now 7 p.m. So I was on the phone with her, and she starts, and she's just, who's that? Who's what? I distinctly heard another woman's voice over there. Who is that? I'm like, I don't know what there's nobody here. Look, I know what I heard. Click. I had to go out and buy one of those damn clocks. Thank you all very much. You guys are wonderful.
And so Jenny will greet everyone. She will greet everyone as you leave. And we do ask the people who are staying to please wait patiently, and we'll have some food and time to share with Jenny. Thank you.